Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to Moscow, and welcome to a new live stream here on Saturday afternoon here in Moscow region. I'm actually not in Moscow, I'm in Moscow region or Moscow Oblast. I'm not in the near vicinity of the center of Moscow, about 50 kilometers away from the center of Moscow. I hope everyone's doing well. I did change the time to start the live stream, then I changed it back again. I was a bit panicked because I was just chatting to somebody on Telegram, and we were doing like voice call chatting where you message, they message, and so on. And I'm here now, so all good. I had everything already set up and ready to go. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is the Australian soccer or football shirt. Actually, it's a very old one that I've had here for a few years in the wardrobe, but the colors always pop a little bit off the screen, so I thought I'd wear it today. It's actually a little bit tight for me. I need to go to the gym and lose a few kilos. My wife keeps encouraging me to go and do that, so hope everyone's having a nice day. I hope the timing is okay for some people around the world. Maybe it's too early, maybe it's too late. If you'd like to mention in the chat where you are, where you're from, how is the sound and video quality, that would be really nice. I am thinking of getting a different light, not the light for the ceiling, but there's a light in front of the camera or behind the camera facing me. You can probably see it when I do this, but that'll be, it's on my wish list. Does everybody have a wish list of things they'd like to buy and own? So yeah, it's on my wish list. There's a few basic things that I'll talk about today, or topics, mostly talking about the videos that I've made recently, and then a couple of upcoming videos. There is a few people in the chat already, so welcome to, there's 24 people watching. I did post it a little bit earlier than normal today. I think the timing of live streams is not always perfect. When I do it, like now at 4:30 p.m. Moscow time, I think people might want it at 11 p.m. at night, maybe to better suit the US audience, not necessarily people in Europe or in Australia and so forth. So it's very challenging to kind of find the right balance of that, if that makes sense. A few people already mentioning in the chat. Mercedes, okay, first person to actually mention a comment was Polly Dolly Babe. Hello, Russell. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Mercedes, who is somebody who I met when I was working on cruise ships. Good morning. Are you coming back to work on ships or on Carnival Cruise Line? At the moment, I don't have a plan to. There was a plan last year. There was some kind of serious emails that were sent and Zoom calls that were made. But for now, I'm here. I would like to travel a little bit more to make videos further away from where I live, but that's a little bit challenging for now. There is a couple of things. If you've not watched the live stream before, I can't read Russian. So if you're Russian and you're typing in Russian, no problems. You can do that with each other. You can type something. Just keep it friendly because I can't read it. And if it's some bad words, it is what it is. Yeah, if you want to type to somebody else in the chat, you can do the @ symbol and then start to type their name, and it will come up and then it will highlight on their screen. Likewise, if you want to type something to me, for instance, okay, I'm reading the comments, but you can put @ and then start typing traveling, and then it will highlight on my chat screen that I'm looking at. So you can try that if you've not done it before. It's another way to interact with other people in the chat. There is 36 likes. Thank you so much, whoever's posting a like for the video. It does help the video gets shown to a bigger audience. Maybe me chatting in my kitchen isn't the most exciting for maybe someone who hasn't watched the channel and videos before. So thanks if you did a like or a thumbs up, I think is the right word that I always say on the videos. If you ever notice when I do a video, I only ask at the end of a video about a thumbs up. Maybe you watch other YouTubers. There's a bit of a rule that you're not meant to ask at the beginning for a like or a comment or a subscription, because maybe the person who's created the video hasn't and you're watching, they haven't earned it. So if you watch through the video and get to that point and then enjoy it, you can do the thumbs up because you liked the video or liked the content creator. So yeah, if anybody would like to support the channel, there is a pinned comment there with a link called donation alerts. Anybody around the whole world can use that, and you can do it either anonymously or post your name. You can also post a comment or a question or type something that I can read out here on screen. Anybody in the whole world can use that. It's completely normal, and it's very popular for streamers and gamers and whatever people doing on other platforms. So there's always that link in all videos. It tends to get used mostly on live streams. And then depending on where you are in the world, super chats work, super thanks. That pays into the YouTube AdSense. A lot of people do ask me a lot about earning money from YouTube, or how do I get the money. So with things like super chats, it comes in through the AdSense, which is the ads that are shown on videos, and then it eventually goes to an Australian bank account, and then I've had to figure out a way to get that to me here in Russia. So it is what it is. I've figured it out because I had to. There's a lot of people who are a little bit stuck who are in Russia with channels who now don't have access to some of the features. So it's there for you. If anyone, maybe I can ask this, with donation alerts, it doesn't come up on the screen like a little pop-up here, for instance. My hand is very awkward. If anyone likes me to do that, you could say in the chat right now, would you like me to put that as a pop-up when it comes up? If someone does use it, I don't know if people will use it. I need to send money to myself to see it really work. So I don't know. Hello, Russell. Always great to watch your live chats. Watching you now from Denia, Spain. I spent my summers in Vladikavkaz and South Ossetia. J. Andrew, wow. Vladikavkaz, wow, okay. Nice. And then you're in Spain. What if the weather's better there now? It's getting very cold here in Moscow. I was just gonna, for some reason my, like the start button on the computer screen, it's not got the little temperature in the corner. So I know it's cold today. It's -6 Celsius here in Prelivka, where I live, which is Moscow region. -6 feels like -10. Actually, today it's been absolutely blue skies outside and sunny, and actually really nice weather. But the whole week ahead now, well, tomorrow -3, -11 at night. Sorry, today -3, -11. Sunday, tomorrow is going to be -7, -9. Same for Monday, same for Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, minus temperatures. And hopefully we might get snow. I say hopefully. Tomorrow it says light snow for about 3 or 4 days in a row. Then the word snow is not until Thursday, the 23rd. So light snow, I don't know how the difference between light snow and snow. And that's in Celsius, by the way. So depending on where you're watching, it's probably maybe in Fahrenheit. -5 or 10 is cold. It's definitely weather that it's manageable. Once it gets down to -15 or 20, you really got to rug up a little bit more. So greetings from Murmansk, Yulia. Здравствуйте. It's pretty cold outside and we are approaching polar night. A very sleepy period for a couple of months. Yeah, the thing is, like usually the way I make videos is I go out normally after lunch or in the afternoon, and it's getting dark. I mean, now it's 4:45 and it's kind of twilight outside now. So now I've realized I've got to wake up earlier and get out of the house by 9 o'clock in the morning to have a reasonable time to get somewhere in daylight. I mean, it's not a worry to be out at night and coming back at night. But it's just, if you want to go out in daylight hours, you've really got to get up a bit earlier to do it now. So Yulia, I hope you're having a good day. Good afternoon, Russell from Safety Bay and Anapa. William, hello. I know we chatted yesterday. If anyone wants to know, doesn't know, Safety Bay is a suburb of Perth in Australia, which is probably 5 or 10 minutes from where I was living in Australia. We were living in one suburb, then another, but Safety Bay is kind of in between both. Nice place in Perth, by the way, as a suburb. It's a bit of an older suburb, but a beautiful kind of stretch of beach there. And not many people use the beach in Safety Bay, but definitely a nice place for a walk and go watch a sunset. I'm also living in Russia. Prem, I have one question for you. May I ask? Of course you can ask. Yes. It's going to cost you 500,000 rubles. No. If someone even sends me 1 ruble, I'll be in shock on donation alerts. Nazia, please ask any questions that you have. Obviously, things, I will highlight them if they come up in the donation kind of payment things and stuff like that. So, because I'm nice to do that, I think, it's really, if people want to support the creator, then yes. Greetings from England. Lucy. Hello, Russell. I can't show the little... When I show these things on screen, it doesn't come up. Pink hand waving. Greetings from UK. I was just chatting to Sam from Sam's Russian Adventure YouTube channel. If you know his channel or not, he's from England. He lives in Vladimir, which is a place a couple hours northeast of Moscow, in the Golden Ring of Russia, it's called. He's also from England. He's lived in Vladimir now 18 or 19 years. Sam's Russian Adventures. Yeah, he might be watching the live stream even. I'm not sure. I talked about him doing a live stream, or trying to get him to do one. So, do you have any good knowledge of Russian language? I have a very limited knowledge of Russian language. Чуть-чуть по-русски. Yes. I have enough that I can talk to a taxi driver and make idle chit-chat. And then last night when I was coming home, got off the bus and then went to the Pitorichka, as everybody does in Russia. When you come home, you call in at a local shop to get something. And there was a guy there, strangely, he's like asking about wanting to go back to Salarevo, a metro station, where I come from. But it was already like 10:15 at night or 10:30 when I got home. And the lady at the counter was trying to tell him to go catch the bus. And I'm tell her that there's no bus. And she's like, no. And I'm like, yes, the buses are finished this late. Especially where I live, they don't run after 10 p.m. So I'm like, you have to catch the bus on the main highway, which is a night bus. And I'm it's funny that I'm knowing more information than the lady that he was asking. So ask for ask. Is that like a thinking thing? Alexander, I can't read. Can I type this and do that? Let's see. Until the review of the canteen is the most ordinary with soup and compote, I will not watch it. Alexander, I'm not sure which review of the canteen you're talking about. I haven't really done too many on the channel. I've done the secret canteen in the Moscow metro. There's one that I made a video of actually really early in my channel. So if you sort the channel by oldest first, it should be the one there with the secret cafe. I'm not sure about other canteens. I think I've walked through the Stolova 57 in Gum, but I don't think I've filmed a standalone video there. What are you doing for a living? Do you any job or business? Let me have a little drink. I've got cola today, so not tea. My wife's at work, so there's no fancy tea in the teapot. He likes to make these like herbal, kind of natural teas. So I've got just a little bit of cola to sip on. Yes, I make YouTube videos for now. In Australia, when I was working in supermarkets, doing merchandising for a private company for different brands of supermarkets. And I was also involved in new openings of petrol stations, the retail side of the opening of a petrol station, and then also the new build or openings of supermarkets. I was doing the construction and modeling of the supermarket from, where you get the plans of where the shelves are going to go and things like that. Good afternoon. Hello. Ali, hello. Yes. Well, you didn't quite get the full traveling spelt correct, but it did come up as a comment, but not as a highlighted one. Now I'm going to press this and press that. Yeah. Oh, 66 likes. Clickety click, 66. Anybody plays bingo, you'll know what I mean. What do you think about Russia in general? Wow. So I've lived here on and off for more than 9 years, and I get this question daily, literally from people who I meet on the street. If I meet a subscriber, yesterday I met 2 subscribers yesterday, and I just went to the supermarket. Actually, the lady working at the Pitorichka is one of my subscribers as well, and she was super excited when she spotted me. But yes, people say, do you like living in Russia? And I've been here 9 years, so I hope so by this point. I do. By the way, if my throat sounds a little bit awkward, I've got that niggly cough, which the minute I start doing a live stream, it sounds worse than what it is. I've got more lozenges on the go. I've got the ones that really are useless, the Halls, but my wife got me these ones, which I think are working a little bit better. I'm nearly finished with the cough mixture that I got. That looks like a little, it's like droplets, but it's very strong. Doesn't taste very good either. Hi, Russell. Greetings from Vologda. Metal Confederation. Vologda. Greetings from Taiwan. Wow. Ricky, hello. Taiwan. Crazy. Hi, all the way from Melbourne. Matthew, hello. I'm a West Coast Eagles supporter or a Dockers supporter. Sorry that you're in Melbourne. I support any team that's playing against Melbourne teams. Of course, we don't like Eddie Maguire and Collingwood. Sorry about that. So in Prem today is -10. It's really cold. Yes, probably about the same temperature here, maybe a little bit colder there. It's always colder a bit further east that you go from Moscow. Hello from LA or Los Angeles. Sorry, gonna call it that. Sally, how's it going? Cold and sun, beautiful day. Yes, I didn't go out because I didn't intend to go out today. I wanted to watch the Formula One, which is on this morning, Russia time, because of the time difference. So I watched the practice of the Formula One. And I got 2 videos that I'm editing. I've got one pretty much finished and on the channel in readiness to go on the channel. If anyone wants to watch a new video immediately after this live stream, I can put it on there. I've not quite got the thumbnail finished, but I've got the subtitling done. And then I've got another one that I filmed yesterday that I'm slowly editing. I was trying to edit on the bus last night, but it got a little bit too full and it was too cramped to do it comfortably. Hello, where are you now? Come to Novosibirsk in January. We're going to have -30. Wow, I'm in Moscow region. I'm not too far from Vnukovo Airport. So if you're in Russia and you know the Moscow airports, there's 4 airports in Moscow, 3 main ones and one that's not as known. But I'm literally, well, if I booked a taxi like Yandex Go Taxi, I can be there in less than 15 minutes. Because it's literally not down the road a little bit. So yeah, I want to go to like somewhere that's crazy cold and just make that crazy cold video of me looking like a Australian guy, you know. And hello from Singapore, Russell. Why are you living in Russia and what is your day job? My day job. Loved my trip to Moscow almost 20 years ago. I've only been to Singapore airport, by the way. I've never actually been to Singapore. I'm a bit worried about eating chewing gum, and even though I never eat chewing gum. Yeah, day job. Well, I was working in supermarkets. Before that, before living in Australia, well, before I was in Australia, I was working on cruise ships, on passenger cruise ships, working in the duty-free shops on board cruise ships. Before that, I was working in duty-free shops on land at the airports in Perth. I really wanted to go work at the duty-free shop in Dubai. That was one of the things at the time, work in the biggest, most busiest duty-free in the world. But maybe I was too overskilled for them for me to get a job on the cruise ships. Thank you for 84 likes, by the way. Maybe we can get to 100, maybe more than 100. Let's see. Yeah, I do YouTube videos. I've done this for just about 2 years. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do like a happy birthday from the channel video, I think, to celebrate like the 2-year anniversary of the YouTube channel. It's not too far away, or roughly now. So yeah, I make YouTube videos and I try to be famous, probably infamous. It's surprising though how many people I meet on a daily basis. Moscow's got 15 to 17 million people population. And yesterday I was in the cat food aisle making a video, filming the pet food aisle, you know, where the cats and dogs food is. And a girl came up to me who recognized me from when I went to the Rustics, or the former KFC restaurant. And she was there at the same time I was at the Rustics that day. And we were both in the cat food aisle of a supermarket in Moscow. And she happens to live very close to the shopping center where I was. I know where she lives, and she knows where I live and things like that. But, you know, it's just interesting, the kind of reach of the channel and the popularity of it that I don't realize. I'm very humble about it because it's more interesting when I'm with my wife, for instance. Like one day last week, earlier in the week, we went to the Solaris shopping center where I go to a lot. And we were eating in the food court. And a lady came up to me and just started chatting in English. And then she chatted with my wife in Russian. They had a nice chat together about everything going on, and, you know, just about the YouTube and stuff like that. My wife's always like very like surprised and embarrassed at the same time that people recognize me, because it's just so random in places where I get spotted on the platform at the train station and things like that. So yes, unlike Russia, it's 20 degrees right now in Spain. Oh, nice. That's why I'm in Spain for winters and summers in Russia. That way I always enjoy the good weather. Yes. In America, they call it snowbirds or snow bunnies. Snowbirds is the most common, where a lot of people, like up in New York or in New England and that part of the northeast of the US, they come down to Florida or sometimes Georgia and live there for the off seasons. So, oh, I've gone past. From Melbourne, where are we here? Oh, no, it's not. I was just going to try and translate the next Russian comment. Greetings from Yekaterinburg. Oh, I could probably read the place in the. Thank you so much. Hello. Yes, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Do you call it the T dot, Alex? I think that's how they always call Toronto, the T dot. Maybe not everybody, but somebody else from Spain, William Gilchrist. Nice. We have a famous cricketer in Australia called Adam Gilchrist. Vinny, how's it going? G'day from Melbourne. G'day back. Yeah, it's hard to say g'day when you're not used to saying it as often, like when I'm here in Russia. Peter Otway is my uncle in Perth. And motorcycle shop sounds great. Yes. So that's why there's also a poll, and there's 122. Oh, there's 57% who want to see a motorcycle shop video. So, Peter, your wish is my command. Is that right? And I went 2 days ago. Actually, we had some friends over who came from another part of Moscow, and they stayed the night. And then they happened to live about 15 minutes away from a motorcycle shop that we looked up to go to. And it happens to be the biggest motorcycle shop in Russia. And we drove out there. It was like more than an hour and a half to get over there. Then actually we went to a tile shop. They were tile shopping at the like a plumbing supply shop. I went there first, and then I realized I better go get over there and film at the motorbike shop. So they left me there, and then I made my way home. It was crazy, about 3 hours to get home. I walked to one place, went to another train station, then got a bus to another train station, then took a train home. The train, for some reason, stopped at one of the random stations, and then everyone had to get off and wait for another train, and then I got home eventually. So, yes, Peter. Yes, thanks. It had bikes that were probably about 20 years old or so. That had a lot of trade-ins, And I didn't really mention it in the video because I found it out at the end. But the guy that owns it, he's obviously a bike fanatic. And he buys a lot of bikes from Asia, particularly from Japan, and imports them to Russia and maybe from other places like Thailand, India. And he just imports late model bikes. And then they recondition them and then prepare them for Russian market and then sells them. There was so many bikes without price tags on that were just labeled up. I think he buys them online or on auction sites, and crazy amount of bikes, probably about 3,000 bikes were for sale in that bike shop, maybe give or take a few. So yes, 113 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I've also switched off ads during the live stream. I don't know if anyone watches other live streamers now. You can put ads in your live stream. I turn them on at the end of the video when I've finished so that they're on for future views. But I don't put them on during the live stream because it's not right to do that. I speak Russian. Oh, привет. Lucy's art at 70. Nice. Maybe you have a channel. Hi, Russell. Nice jersey. Thank you, Peter. Oh, second Peter. Peter Otway is my last name, by the way. That's why he's got Peter Otway there. He and I are the only two people in our entire family who can continue on the Otway last name in our entire family tree, if that makes sense. My two favorite places in the world. What's the reason you made the switch? Well, I have a Russian wife who's at work today. That was probably I always say when people ask me, what brought you to Russia or why are you in Russia? I get certain questions a lot, the same couple of questions a lot. One is, do I like Russia? And the other is, why are you in Russia? And I'm like, I fell in love, especially when I answer a girl or a lady or a mother or something. I always say, I fell in love with a Russian lady. And everybody just laughs or smiles because it's like a bit of a thing. And it's true. So let me ask you one of those few can ask questions. Cats or dogs? Cats. Cats. Yeah, I love doing polls, by the way. Yeah, I'm a cat person. We don't have a cat. We love a cat. We just want to borrow a cat. Yes. Actually, I just thought I'd show this. In the house, my wife closes the windows and basically locked me down today. That's why it's 28 Celsius here in the, I guess, the kitchen lounge room. You can see it behind the kitchen. And that's on the balcony. I've got the sensor inside the balcony, not outside the balcony. So it's 1.5 degrees on the balcony. And 28. Because the windows have been closed most of the day, the balcony window is open and then just the door is closed right here. So good morning from Dallas, Texas. Are you ready for winter? Still warm here in TX. Yes, I'm looking forward to snow. We won't get snow when it's this cold. It needs to warm up a little bit. But yeah, if it's 0 Celsius, so right on freezing point, and snowing, it's very nice. And I really want to go to Moscow and just walk around and just stick my tongue out and try to catch snow. Sorry, everyone. Maybe not if you're eating. Hello. Hi there. Oh, and a rose. Thank you. By the way, I do have a Telegram channel called Traveling with Russell Channel. So if anybody would like to join that channel, if you've got Telegram as an app on your phone or the desktop version, you're more than welcome to join the channel. There's also chat. So if you type something in a comment of a post, it'll take you to a chat. There's over 500 people in the chat that are very active and lots of very interesting, nice people from all around the whole world on that Telegram chat. Traveling with Russell channel. There's always a link in the description. I'm going to put my banner because I found out I can do this. Check this out. Donate to the channel. Donation alerts. So if anybody wishes to do that, you can click that and however it gets you over there. Lots of people do anonymous donations, by the way. But you're welcome to put anonymous and then just put a comment or a question or something specific. Let me go back to that. There's a lot of things on screen now, isn't it? Living in Russia, I'm very interested in your videos. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it's obviously difficult to kind of stick to a niche only supermarkets, only shopping centers, or only the conventions or parks or apartment tours. Apartment tours are very popular on my channel. You should wear an Australian cricket jersey since Australia's playing the World Cup tomorrow. Yeah, I thought it was today. That's really why I plan to stay home today. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to a kennel club dog show. Now, I'm not really a dog person. I wish it was a cat one. And it was today or tomorrow. And I decided to go tomorrow. This was earlier in the week. I decided to do that and stay home today. And then really tomorrow is the cricket and the Formula One at the same time. So I don't actually have a cricket shirt. Oh, my wife has got one, but it's a small version. I bought her the Cricket Australia ladies polo shirt, but I haven't got. I'll figure out how to get a cricket shirt somehow. One second. Have you been to the Magnet? What do you think? I've been to Magnet, yes. Actually, I've got a couple of videos from Magnet. There's the Magnet I went to. Well, no, there's one. Yeah, the one at the train station in Aprelivka. Actually, funny enough, and I'm not sure if it was me doing that, they've now remodeled that Magnet and improved it drastically over when I filmed the video. So I need to go back and make another one. And I wonder if somebody watched that and got inspired by the look of the store, because some of them are beautiful and some are just not nice inside, in terms of the presentation of the shop. But they painted it, they put new lighting, they put some new cameras in, they put better aisles. So yeah, I've definitely got Magnet videos on the channel. Let's stop this scrolling thing right there. Greetings from Pattaya, Thailand. Johnny Bangkok, hello. Saudi Cup. Yeah, Saudi Cup, Saudi car, isn't it? Like man for man and woman. Saudi Cup. Yes, thank you. I've been to Thailand twice, and that's where I met my wife, by the way. Hello from Korea. Oh, people everywhere. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I can't pronounce your name, though. Hussein. Hello. In Korea. Korea and Thailand in consecutive comments. Oh, and then Amsterdam. Oh, wow. Hang on a second. There's people everywhere here. Hello, Russell. Are there any dangerous areas around Moscow? I'm sure there might be. Literally walking home. Well, not walking home, catching the train and walking yesterday evening. I probably could have been in a bad area, and I never feel uncomfortable anywhere where I walk at night in Moscow. I'm sure there might be certain suburbs and certain places. But I find even like where I live here, I can walk around in the evening, go down to the shops, walk to the train station shops and things like that. I don't feel uncomfortable at all. Catching public transport, I don't feel uncomfortable. In Australia, in Perth, we've got a nightclub area called Northbridge, which is very close to the city. And I wouldn't go there in the evening. I even wouldn't take my wife there when we were there. I wouldn't catch a train at night, especially after dark in the evening. And imagine that, and that's in Perth. And in Moscow, I have that complete opposite. I'm sure there is bad areas and there's things that I haven't seen, but I don't go out to experience it, but as a general rule, no worries at all. Love Russia from Vietnamese, or Vietnam, I think. Ate Su, hello. When will we see the Moscow exposition? I don't know now. I've got it. I can go between now and April, so I've got a long time to get there. More than likely, it'll be at least 2 videos. One of the Atom Nuclear Expo, which is open starting last week or so. And then the one that's the Regions Expo. Very difficult, though, when I went there with my wife, obviously to know the different names of the different regions as you walk around. And my wife is the worst translator when I walked with her to ask her, what's the name of this area? Because some of the Russian words I can read as, in terms of the 89 regions of Russia, wasn't it? And then some I just couldn't read anything. So, and it's going to be difficult to talk about things because that's a lot of my video is the talking side of it. Hello from Jacksonville. Hope you get rid of your niggling cold. Yes, the body and the feeling and the flu and the cold is gone. just this little thing right here. Right here. That's it. And if I have a sip of something, it goes away, or it just gets better, let's say. So yeah, Sergey, definitely there will be videos from the Moscow Expo. I see now they're about to set up the ice skating. I think that starts next week. The rink imagine they're doing that as well at Vedenha. And the ice skating video that I did was hugely popular on the channel last year. Even though I didn't ice skate, I went and filmed it. Tio, greetings from Italy. Ciao. Buonasera. Well, I guess good evening is it'd be buonasera. Yeah, good afternoon or good morning. Moscow is watching. Thank you. Somebody actually from Moscow watching. I'm wondering how close somebody lives to me. We say, who scratches his nose? He drinks a lot of vodka. I'm not scratching my nose. That's a pretty cool saying for Russian, though. Russian sayings. There are so many quirky sayings that people say in Russia. Visit Ukrut. Yes, somebody asked me yesterday. Actually, somebody who I met in the another person I met in the supermarket said, have I ever been there? I don't want to go there. I would love to. Just stand in the street like all of the YouTubers do, and then they run inside 1 minute later. And just, know that you're in one of the coldest places in the world. Is a rugby polo? Anybody play rugby in Russia? Yes, they do. Yes, there's a Russian rugby league, rugby union competition in Russia. I went to see one team is called Slava Moscow. Also, Dynamo have a team. And there's other regions that play each other. I went in summertime to watch one of the games. There's a very nice, it's a very much a community feel. It's not stadiums and big crowds. Maybe there was only 1,000 or so people there, but it was really nice. It was, you can literally stand at the fence like you go to a community football match. And at the end, the players come and chat to their family or to someone they recognize. And it was really cool. I really liked it, going a couple of times. What kind of jobs I most looked up in Russia? I don't know. I most looked up in Russia. Sergey, I don't know. I guess, there's a job for everybody, generally. I don't know the answers to that. Adriana, I can't read what you've written there. Something about Russia. Marlene, hello. Oh, hello. I think it's Marlene that is also in the YouTube channel, the Telegram channel. You're also very generous with buy me a coffee as well. Thank you. Hello, Russell from Chelyabinsk. Please say hello to Timu and Vera. Здравствуйте, Timu. Здравствуйте. Is it Vera or Vavara, maybe? I have a friend who's named Vavara that lives in my town here. And Timu, hello. I hope you're having a nice day. Happy Saturday to you. Nice. I can do those them video shout outs. The one where like celebrities do it, right? They get paid to do a video and like they know what to say and hello to that person. I bring you greetings. Thank you. Slovenia, thank you. It is tough learning Russian or a lot of things in English. Yes, it is tough. I think because I'm a bit older as well, makes it more difficult. I think the younger you are, the quicker you can embrace and soak in learning something. Do I notice high prices in Russia? I guess they're higher than the last 2 years, but I think the whole world prices are going up. I think the simple lifestyle that I live isn't hugely affected by higher prices. I guess it depends on what you're doing on a daily basis, what you eat. If you're wanting something that's specifically not produced and manufactured in Russia, then the prices have gone up because of the logistics and supply chain issues of getting things here. So, to say, do I notice them? I guess, if I'm in the market for, a piece of electronics, my old phone here, you can see a general price increase because of the logistics of delivery of products has changed a lot in the last 2 years. But you've got to deal with it, right? It's the same everywhere in the world. Prices have gone up. 147 likes. We're nearly at 150. Wow. Russia has a Russell rugby team. Yes, they do. Yes. Yes. Russell Rostics. Yes, that was the name of the... Actually, that's the restaurant that I made the video at, the tour. And then that was the lady I met yesterday. It was really just coincidental. I think everybody I meet, apart from me organizing something, it's just pure luck and coincidence that I see people. I don't post that I'm somewhere, and if you'd like to see me there, kind of thing. The only man in Russia who is stalked by cleaning machine drivers. Yes. So I went to a car parking expo during the week. I've got a few videos on backstock, like for when I don't make a video, I can use that on the channel. They're not particularly going to be very popular, but I mentioned it in my car parking video. They had the ride-on cleaning machines. There was a company there that were trying to obviously promote them and sell them to companies who would use them for, I don't know, cleaning car parks or underground car parks. And I mentioned that in the video that there was that there. I don't think I noticed one last night in the supermarket when I was filming. How easy is it? Okay, I won't manage that one. Thank you, Sergey. I wouldn't recognize your face is very plain. Yes, I guess like yesterday or normally now when I wear my jacket and beanie, I'll slowly start wearing my scarf and gloves. I kind of blend in. Probably during the summer when I'm wearing shorts every day, and I'm wearing shorts later in the year than most people in Russia or Moscow do, I would be noticeable. But if I wear my beanie and jacket and zip it up, I look like the next person on the street. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hello from Cottesloe. What? How happy to catch you just about to go to bed. Yes. Greetings hello from Cottesloe. Yes. Hello, Captain. I know you post a lot of comments. I don't manage to answer everybody's comments now because it's just too many. If you have the Telegram app on your phone, you should join the Telegram group or the chat of that because you probably really like it. Nice. My wife's favorite place. She had a client from Cottesloe too she's the only client where we went to her house to do nails. Because my wife doesn't like doing mobile nails when we were in Australia. But for this lady, we did. So I'm really in shock how many comments your videos have. I'm Russian, and it's such a pleasure to read what foreigners think. You've created some special channel for sure. Yes, there is a lot of comments on videos. And I always had a dream of answering or replying to every comment, even if it's just thank you and a thumbs up and a heart and stuff like that. But, there's thousands of comments on some videos and some have 5,000, 8,000 comments. Yes, I completely agree. Love watching your videos. I learned a lot about grocery shopping there. Yes. Yeah, I think that's just because of my nature of my retail background that it was just an easy flow over or flow on to make the channel successful. Hello, Russell. I'm watching from England, not being cold yet, but damp today. Yeah, today is actually yesterday. I went to just the shopping center. It was kind of just overcast yesterday. The day before when I went to film at the motorbike shop, it was like almost like tiny snow was falling. The sky is trying to snow. It should be snow everywhere by now in Moscow, but it's happening later in the year. Hello from South Africa. My Boki. Hello. Grove. Ezmarus. Sorry, Judith, I didn't mention your name there. Love your Australian jersey. Yes. This is the old classic Australian football shirt or soccer shirt. And this is our coat of arms over here. The emu and the kangaroo, and then that's the Football Australia logo. I think that's all that they mention on there. Yes, I've had this for a few years. I used to have this on the cruise ships. I very rarely wear it. So Hello. Are you very long listened comments? Bye. Okay, sorry. Greetings from Moscow. Ooh, maybe I should go quicker and get through more comments. Or maybe I should just talk about comments where people do, what do you call this? Donations. Just read donation comments. Don't read normal comments. You think I should do that? I don't think so, but maybe that's a thing. Hello. Oh, Mega Retro. Hello. Although we haven't met in person, you also have a YouTube channel about car reviews. And we've chatted on the phone, actually. So today's a beautiful sunny day. I've been to Red Square in Gum and Zaradi Park. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done when I woke up and it was sunrise this morning and red sky in the morning. And I posted a photo on my Telegram. And I should have done those exact 3 things. Did you have ice cream in Gum? Is there? Are they starting to build the ice skating rink and the Christmas market in Red Square? Do you play games? What do you think about Nintendo? I've not played games for years and years. I had a Nintendo when I was a teenager back then. I play occasionally Airport CEO. That's the only game I play on the computer. Otherwise, Candy Crush I play. And the videos you post on Russia is completely different from how we think Russia would look. Yes. Surprised to see how clean and modern looking it is. Yeah, I mean, look, there's obviously it's not everywhere perfect and amazing place, but as a whole, I mean, yeah, clean, spotless. There's a lot of pride and care and love for, Russia, and people are caring about where they live and the suburb or community where they live. So, oh, thank you. From Chinchilla. Is that Chinchilla? I think it is. Unless I'm saying it wrong. Queen Delia. It's not Chinchilla. Thank you for the super chat. Aussie Gardener. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. Hi from Quandiala. My gosh, I live in Australia and I can't pronounce it. My gosh. Google Translate. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. Let's get rid of New South Wales. Quandiala. That's very Italian. Quandiala. Oh, buonasera, Aussie Gardener. Thank you for the super chat. That's super nice of you. I like now how I can pop that up instantly on the other chat. And then I get lost in my other chat then. I'm from St. Petersburg. I subscribed to your channel a couple of days ago. Thanks for the videos. Thank you for joining the channel a couple of days ago. I just want to know what happened to donation alerts. Because either something's right or something's wrong, or people aren't using it. One or the other. Russell, nice Socceroos jersey. Yes. Thanks, Marlene. Yeah, my wife loves it when I wear these yellow and red and blue and purple shirts. I just like to wear my black polo shirts, and she doesn't like it. She loves when I wear these kind of shirts. I just look so much better and brighter and happier. And maybe you notice I had a haircut and a shave and a bit of a cleanup yesterday. Yes, thank you. Hi. I'm not sure of your name there, but thank you for 170 likes. Amazing. I'm looking at the likes count on that side because I have to look at the other screen to see it. Hello from Hungary. I know we've got Olivia. I know we've got lots of Hungarians who watch the channel because I see it in the statistics of the subtitling. So I hope that's maybe useful, or if you're watching it only in English. Olivia, hello. First, last. Hello from Seattle. Nice place. I've cruised to Alaska from Seattle on the cruise ships, where you dock there and then you can go, you either walk up the steps or there's an elevator that takes you up to that street where is the Pike Place Markets. Pike Place Markets is where the first Starbucks coffee shop was. And people just queuing out the door there. And then there's another one around the corner. Who is better rugby, New Zealand or Australia? Of course, I'm Australian. Sergey. So I'm going to have to say the Australian rugby team is better than New Zealand. New Zealand is a better team statistically, and everything about them is better. But, I'll have to say Australia is good at every sport, but maybe sometimes we're not. I guess cricket-wise, we'll see tomorrow if we can beat India in the final of the World Cup of cricket. I recognize you from the local Baldivis Facebook group. Oh, J-Stock. Hello. Funny that you just popped up on my YouTube recommendation page. Didn't know that you had a following on YouTube. Yes. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, so my parents live in Baldivis. I now own an apartment in Baldivis. Well, the bank owns it. Let me not be too blasé. So where Baldivis Shopping Centre is, and then Nairn Drive, there's those apartments, them 3-level apartments right there. A few years ago, I asked the bank if I could own one there, and they were luckily very nice to me. And a very nice guy lives there. I've never met him, but yeah. And actually, the Facebook group that I really created was Baldivis Foodie Forum, and that was created by myself and my nephew, my sister's son. And I don't post obviously now because I'm in Moscow, but if I'm in Australia or when I was posting almost every day something about food on Foodie Forum. So, wow, that's cool. Hello from Southeast England. Southeast, like Dover, Southampton. Am I in the right area? Am I completely lost? Somebody else wrote in Russian here. Is that Sergio? Sergio? No? I can't find that now. Space Beaver said, "Can you speak Russian?" No, I can. Oh, Malenki. Chut-chut по-русски. Okay, maybe I'm way behind on the chat. Sorry, let me go faster and not translate the Russian stuff. Sorry, everybody in Moscow or Russia. Hello, Russell from Marseille, France. Nice. I've been to Marseille on the cruise ships. And actually, the only bad vibe I got when I was there was people telling me that there was a football match. I think it was it England and France? I don't remember who it was. And apparently there was the boardwalk where we walked, where like the yacht club was and boat club and all the little cafes. They said there was like fighting and football hooligans there and everything. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Tell me beautiful things about the place where you are. Hello from St. Petersburg. Do you know this city, Russell? I've been twice to St. Petersburg, both for flying visits. I flew there, I made a video, and I flew home. I've not stayed more than 12 hours in the city twice. Does Russia have Lidl or Tesco? I know Russia has Ashan. We don't have Lidl or Tesco as the brands. We have similar stores. Tesco is more of a general supermarket. So, okay. I've got lots of videos on the channel. If you look up the playlist for supermarkets, there's a supermarket called OK Supermarket, OKEY. That's very similar to Tesco. Ashan is the French supermarket chain. The supermarket I filmed in last night, which will be on the channel for a few days' time, is Globus, which is a German hypermarket or supermarket chain. Lidl, we don't have. Probably the nearest thing would be Dar Supermarket Dar, or Chijik, which is the one I did a few days ago. It's got a little yellow bird. That's kind of similar to Lidl. Lidl and Aldi, it's very similar to that. Hello from Aprelivka, Sergio. Здравствуйте. Somebody's from Aprelivka, finally. Hello. Yeah, no Lidl or Tesco here. Got very similar versions, though. 100%. To drink straight squeezed lemon. Malani, my wife's putting the lemon and the orange and the honey and the ginger to me. Let me drink all of them. My wife said I'm not disciplined enough with the medications. That's my problem. Hello from France. Ali, hello. Hello from Russia. Nobody. Oh, hello. Hello from Rochester. John, the home of Kodak and Xerox and one other company I don't remember. That was famous. Metro is here, though. Yes, it definitely is. Oh, Metro is the French bulk membership supermarket, which I've got a video on the channel as well. If you'd want to watch a Metro video, Hungary has refurbished metros. I guess also the underground train system in Moscow is called the Metro. So Vera is Vera. Varvara maybe Varia. Oh, thank you, Sergio, for correcting. Hello from Rochester. Hello, Russell from England, London, UK. I like how you put London and not just England generally. Hello from New South Wales, Aussie Gardner. Will you plan to switch to iPhone? No, Olivia. I've got Samsung. I've got my old one that's been... Actually, I bought this in Italy when I was on the cruise ships years ago because my other phone died. And my roommate at the time basically took my credit card out of my cupboard or my drawer and dragged me to the phone shop to buy that phone and just swipe my card and walk out and you own a new phone. And then now my wife pretty much contributed. I did try to do a YouTube fundraising thing to get a new phone and people didn't embrace that. So my wife is the biggest supporter of the YouTube channel, along with you guys, of course, and people who do their different donation things. But my wife is the number one donator to the channel because it doesn't always work out my ideas that I want to do. So she sort of jumps in. Can I find Australian products in Russia? Yes. I can get Bundaberg ginger beer in so many. I actually can buy that in most supermarkets. I can buy it. I can walk 15 minutes to the train station. There's a Rinnock or a food market, and I can buy ginger beer, Australian ginger beer, 15-minute walk from my house. Australian wine is in most liquor stores, wine stores. There's one in my building called Krasnabila, red and white store. It's a wine and beer shop, and definitely can buy Australian wine. Beyond that, you can go to more fancier supermarkets like Azbuka Kuza, and they have some Australian things, some sauces, ketchups, very random things, some honey, things like that. That's got really expensive food in Oz. How is it in Australia? The prices have gone up in the last couple of years. Some prices have come down. There is a price control from the government on a lot of staple foods that the government won't allow shops to put the price up on. They're called socially important food items. I think that's the right saying. Good question, Sergio. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, look, in the video I filmed yesterday, I didn't do pricing in the supermarket video, but I showed like a fresh made bread in the supermarket, which was 30 rubles, which would be 50 Australian cents for a fresh, small loaf of bread. But, it's staple foods are very reasonably priced. Thank you, by the way, for the poll. 263 people have polled, and people want to see the motorbike video, which is happy. I'm happy to hear that. The question is, put in the comments, would you like to see it right after the live stream ends? Because you can put a thing on here. I'd have to go into the back office of it, where you can make that the video that you all jump over to when the live stream ends. It's like called a live redirect. What do you think? Would you like to see that video immediately after, or should I just put it on half an hour later? I watch when Mr. Putin's playing rugby. I don't think he's into rugby. I'm not sure. Sport-wise, I think judo, right? Also, last question. For what reasons did you move to Russia? Because of my wife. I fell in love with Russian ladies. And once you come here and you get mesmerized by them, you'll understand why. And I hope lots of ladies have got a nice smile on their face. How are you coping with the Russian temperature? Perfectly fine. The colder, the better. I've got a very nice jacket. My wife bought me a nice jacket last Christmas for a gift. And I love it wearing it. And a beanie and a scarf. I need some better gloves, though. That's the only thing. Yeah. Quindiala, New South Wales. Let me Google Quindiala. Is it still there as my search? Yes, it is. Town is 412 kilometers west of Sydney. It's situated on the plains of the Bland country at the western edge of the Widdenshire. I really know very little about New South Wales, so I'm just reading what it says. The town of Grenfell is 46 kilometers to the east. Home of the Wiradjuri people. In 2010, the village still retained its general store and the Bland Hotel. There you go. Thank you. It's not cold here for only -5. Yes, feels like -10 it said on the weather when I read it earlier. I love your videos. Thank you, Aussie Gardener. If you have a YouTube channel, I'm more than willing to help you or do a channel audit. I think that's what I should do to get famous. Rich and famous. I've got to keep saying rich and famous. Because my wife keeps asking me, are you ever going to make money? And I'm like, hopefully. But I like to help people with their YouTube channels to try to, just explain basic things that make sense. We've seen a lot of supermarket videos show us Russian bike shop. Yes. Reber 2. That will be the next video on the channel. If I catch up with the chat, hopefully people have said that they want me to put it on after this video finishes. I don't see if people have wrote that. To be fair, comparable to Australia's, Russia has 0 venom creatures that would save. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the one thing here, right? You don't worry about ants or spiders or snakes. There is some, and I'm sure in regional areas there's more. But yeah, don't worry about it at all anymore. Don't even think about it. Hello from Iran. Hello. I mean, I've got lots of Iranian viewers. Also, I've made 2 car videos about Iranian cars. Actually, the guys at the conventions that I go to that have got the Iranian booths are really nice. And I just love to meet people that I would just not come across in my normal life, if that makes sense. See some authentic cooking. And my wife is calling. 1 second. Cuckoo. I'm just doing the live stream. Yeah, everything okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay then. Paka. Oh, my wife asked how everything is going, and I just told her I'm doing a live stream. So I was very polite that I'll speak to her after. I love to see some authentic cooking. If I can convince my wife to be on YouTube videos, I want her to be on a live stream. That's what I'd like to do. Luke, thank you so much for the super chat. Greetings from Farmers Branch, a suburb of Dallas, Texas. Keep up the good work. I've been to Dallas Airport a few times. And then my last cruise ship. Wow. How long ago is this now? 3 years. When did COVID start? Whenever the first week of COVID started, I was on a cruise ship in Galveston, Texas, and I flew home from Houston. I remember I made a video actually on my other channel, flying off the cruise ship back to Australia. I remember walking in the airport in Houston, and there was nobody. Literally, nobody. Working on the cruise ship, we just didn't know what the extent of COVID was at that early time. I guess we were a bit oblivious to it all. So thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Hi, Russell. Greetings from... Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, that's my fancy thing. Oh, now I've lost my place. Oh, my gosh. That's how far behind I am. Let me read comments very quickly. Let me just speed read them. Well, the super chat's right at the same time, or is that just by luck? Can you speak? Let me speed read some comments and keep typing comments, please. Chat rate is at 3 comments per minute, if that makes sense. And we're so close to 200 thumbs up. We've seen a lot of supermarket. I'd love to see some authentic cooking. Hi, Russell. Can you speak Russian? Chut-chut po-ruski. Yeti pinyamaya. I don't understand. I do understand, but not everything. Hi, Russell. Greetings from Farmers. Oh, Luke. Okay. I think you commented twice there. Thank you. Quindiala near Young. Well, I still don't know New South Wales. So, hello from Irkutsk, Siberia. Wow. Really on the other side. Irkutsk. Is this... Oh, yeah. Okay, I know where it is. How do you get by in Russia without speaking Russian? I don't interact with people as much as it may seem like I do. I can go out like all day yesterday and not talk to anybody. I could have almost gone to the motorbike shop and not talk to anybody, but I did. And it was really cool to talk to the guys that work there. So yeah, anything that's sort of super important, like documents or government or paperwork, I take my wife with me and she'll jump in and take over what I need to know and do. Yeah, all over the world, Aussie Gardener, absolutely. People are from everywhere. Yes. Go the mighty Eels. Yeah, what was Perth's team before? The Western Force. Yeah, we're not rugby fans in WA, as you can hear or tell. Where are you now? I'm in Moscow. Oh, I'm in Prelivka, which is Moscow region. This is my kitchen. If you want to see the video of this apartment, if you look at the Russian typical apartment, and the thumbnail is for rent. And there's a building and then a for rent on the thumbnail. You can get a tour of this apartment. So I'm here. He's in Prelivka. Yes, Sergio. Yes. Moscow region. Daryl, hello. Daryl O'Hare. Daryl O'Dare. Sorry. Have you gotten to know, well, a Russian lady who you can trust? Well, my wife, and then friends of my wife or friends I've met. Absolutely have. England has the best team. Ooh, is that cricket or rugby? Aussies are great at sport. Yes, and we've also got Daniel Ricciardo in the Formula One and Ostopriastri. Prove it from Manchester. When are you doing a walk around? Oh, Krasny Ark. I'm not sure. Pizza Hacker. What's your favorite Russian analog of Coca-Cola? Well, this is not really an analog because it was here well before Coca-Cola, but Chernogolovka. They do actually have a cola version of this. This is Chernogolovka Baikal, which is the cola with pine cone taste. And that's exactly what I've got right there. I'd much rather drink this than Dobro Cola. Yeah, I don't like any of the others. They're not good. Dobro Cola is okay, but the others not. Aussie Gardener, thank you for becoming a channel member. There's a few emojis. I did actually put a members poll. Would you like me to do a live stream for members? And people voted really not to. So, Mark Sears, thank you for the $5 super chat. No comment, but your super chat is welcome. Thank you. I really want to see what's happening with donation alerts. Super chats, perfectly fine. I really prefer them because that's just how my channel is working and it always has worked. But so many people ask for other options. And I'm just going to have to send myself a donation to do it. See if it works. Thank you, Mark. See us wherever you are or whatever your comment is. If it's not a comment, no worries. Perhaps you just want to support the channel. That's completely fine. Hello from South Africa, Martin. Hello, Badenhurst. Will there be a video on Lada's new Chinese CKD car, which on the Moscovich and their factory? Yes, there is already 2 videos. Well, 2 videos. Yes, I've been to the Moscovich dealership in Moscow, and that was my first video. And I've actually been on the factory tour of the Moscovich factory. So there is definitely 2 videos clearly about Moscovich. And I went on a personal tour of the factory. Just me and 2 ladies that were from PR and the factory manager. I don't know what his official titles is, but and I went on a drive around the factory in one of the electric Moscoviches, which was super cool. Hello from Shenzhen, China. What is it like to be in Russia? I don't know, pretty normal. It's it takes initially when you first come, it takes a little bit getting used to, mostly the language barrier. Excuse me. Oh, that's not very nice. Sorry. And then after that, it gets easier. Marlene, thank you for buying me a coffee. I just saw the message pop up on the screen. Thank you. Do you know if Pavel Daskut is playing in the KHL? I don't know any of the players in the Russian Hockey League. I'm sorry. So I don't know. Hello, Russell from Russia. Why Russia? And again, why Russia? I'm married to a Russian. I met her when I was, 10 years ago. And she invited me here and I stayed. I went back to work, came back to Russia, back and forward. And here we are. So I'm just going to pop off the screen. Make sure I don't look ugly on the screen as my cable dangles down there. Hello from New York. Do you know? Oh, I've just read that. All is well. Long comments in Russian. When I first saw your video, I thought you were Russian who spoke fluent English. Wow, that's crazy. Luckily, I speak good English. What medications? I have some cough lozenges. That one. That's basically just strong cough lozenges. And I've got a cough mixture. Actually, this is my second different one. This one is more like drops that go into this tiny little cup. And you just take a little cup of it. That's just for the cough that I'm trying to deal with. Hello from Switzerland. Let me tell you that as a non-native English speaker, I love your English accent. Thank you very much. MCL, that's very appreciated. From the city of Saratov, I would like to recommend you to make a video about the noble estates of Moscow and Moscow region. The thing is, I don't have a car to get around easily. And quite often I would like one. And then a lot of times I don't need one. And that's what would make it easier to go somewhere. Anyone wants to come and pick me up and take me out for the day, you're more than welcome. Or go somewhere. Doesn't matter where it is. Take a tourist trip on the river steamer along the Volga from Moscow to the city of Askaran in the summer. Such a journey remains in the memory for a lifetime. I've looked into this. And I was trying to contact some of the companies to see if I could do some kind of collaboration as a video. I've done a one of the river cruises in Moscow, just the 2-hour long one. One of my first videos on the channel. Joe, hello in Florida. Hello, Germany. What do you think are hello from Germany, Russell. What do you think are the fences in Australia for? They're to keep the rabbits out. Rabbit-proof fence. That's what it actually is called. Keep the rabbits from going from one neighbor to the other. Hello from St. Paul, my old man river, Mississippi River. Oh, Mary Ellen, thank you for being a channel's member as well. I really should put more emojis on there. You've got your own emojis that you can use. Razkazov, Tambov region. Subscribing to your channel, and that's great. But you must admit that a lot of Russians in Russia. And talking about people's salaries, I don't really bring that into a conversation on my videos because it's impossible to, generalize the whole of Russia and somebody's salary or, perhaps pension and things like that. I agree that people are on very varying salaries in Russia. I completely agree with that. I just don't put it into a video because it's impossible. Even if I took 3 of my neighbors and asked 3 of them their salaries, it would be completely different numbers. And if I look at 3 cars in the car park downstairs, it'd be 3 different models of car. Why do you live in Russia? Because I'm married to a Russian. His accent is Australian, not English. It's not very Australian. I probably have more of an English, like a telephone voice. JS, hello, Martin. Can you ride a motorbike? I can't. Well, I can ride a scooter. One of the big bikes like you'll see in the videos, definitely not. 55% to 45%. I like that number. I've actually never seen Aussie products in Russia, so I'm glad. So I'm just a blind. Yeah, they're there. Don't worry. Go to one of the Rinuks where you live and go into the alcohol shops if they've got them, and you might see the Bundaberg bottles. Actually, they've got them in Perikrostock, Zbuka Kuza. If you go to any of the not food courts at the shopping centers, go to one of the eat markets or food markets, and where they've got the different fancy drinks on the, where you can get different international foods. They quite often have Bundaberg there as well. From Hollywood, Maryland. I didn't know there was a Hollywood in Maryland. I know there's a Hollywood in Florida. Well, hello, Jess. He's definitely an Aussie. Nowadays, almost no Russian region have less than 400. but have less than right. Yeah, and the government also are fighting. Well, somebody's fighting to increase the minimum wage and also the minimum pension as well. Greetings from New York City. Thank you. How old are you? I'm in my 40s. I just had a birthday stream 3rd of November was my birthday. What do you do for a living? I make videos on YouTube, and you're watching it. Motorcycle video I'd like to view. Yes, it's basically a motorcycle dealership and a tour of a dealership that has motorbikes for sale. And the idea with the video was to try to look for brand new 2023 Harley Davidsons. Really, yeah, I think it's really outback. Where are you from, Russell? I'm from Perth, Australia, originally. Next week in Moscow time, it will be -10. Yeah, it says there -7 earlier. Feels like -10 now. There's always that real field temperature is different from the recorded temperature. Hello from Austria, JS. Not quite bike friendly. Yes, that's the big thing with the motorbikes. Yeah, it's very seasonal. And I imagine in the wintertime, the amount of buyers reduces a lot compared to summertime. And he's from Australia. Yes. Russell, respect. Thank you so much. From Michigan, enjoy your videos. Thank you, Mark. And again, for the super chat. My motherland is Perth, Australia. You should show Russian industry to the world like Constantine Pro, but in English and in your style. I guess it's very hard. I need to get access to go to places to show industry. So if anybody works in a company that could invite me to film a video, like for instance, there's a yogurt factory on the train line from Aprelivka going to Moscow that produces dairy products. Like if I could just get an invite to that and just film the factory, that would be cool. That kind of stuff is interesting to me. It may not to be everybody, but it is to me. Did I see it? Yes, I think I read it out about Krasnoyarsk. Super clean, yes. Hello from Sokovo. Having a walk today. I couldn't believe it. So neat and yes, Kate. Absolutely. Kate Vol. Yeah, it is very nice. Paramount of the Mighty Eels. Moscow is, yes. How far are you from the Kremlin Square? Technically, walk to the bus stop, 5 minutes. Catch a bus, 20 minutes, maybe 25. Red Line Metro to Ohotny Ryad, about 30 minutes. So about an hour 15. Depends on how lazy and how slow I walk. About 90 minutes away. From the Kremlin is considered like the center of Moscow, technically. It's very easy to get there. A little earlier, the Far Eastern Australia will then be able to watch not too late. Yes, the Russ. Yeah, I mean, a lot of streamers do stuff at 11, 12 a.m. in Moscow for US timing. Maybe evening for Europe. For Australia and New Zealand, not so good. I'd love to see more Russian content. Thank you. It's about 35 kilometers from the Kremlin. Yeah. South Africa, the world champs. How can you? Can you make content devoted to teaching English? That would be kind of difficult. Well, not really, but it is. Would be difficult to put videos on the channel. I talked to somebody yesterday that I met at the supermarket, and I talked about doing conversation English and doing like a Zoom call as a kind of an hourly conversation English lesson. The other idea was to meet somebody in Moscow and go to a place or go for a walk, like walk around Red Square and the place like that, like GUM, or go to a supermarket and walk around a supermarket and talk in English about what you see, describe products, like we talked about a shopping trolley or the shopping cart or the metal thing that you push around in the shop to put your food in and shopping. And we talked about that there's 3 different words for the same item, and just use that as a topic of conversation. That's an idea. Go on an excursion to the factory of Chernogolovka. Yes, that's also in Ochakova. No, that's not Ochakova. Is it? I'm getting mixed up. Yes, I know about it though. Where do most of you views come? They come from America. America, Canada, England. My dad in Australia, and I'm guessing you guys in Australia as well. Always wonder who's watching in Australia. I always think it's my dad watching many times. What's the next? Oh my gosh, Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, Slovenia. There's a few viewers from Sri Lanka. I'm from Michigan. Nice. I've been to Great Lakes Crossing Shopping Mall many years ago. You can get a passport as a baby. So if the baby is from Australian descent or Australian born, absolutely can. Here's a character of a dog and his nickname. How can the author see my question? Just type something. But the quickest way would be a donation alerts, because I read it right on the next screen over here. Literally, it comes up as a scrolling message. Hey, from Indonesia. Ooh, apa kabar? Bagus. Tbilisi, Georgia. We're moving from Canada to Russia. Hopefully, it all goes well. We'll be in Russia in 2 to 3 weeks. Wow, crazy. From Canada. Oh, you're in Tbilisi now, and then you're going to come to Moscow or to Russia somewhere. So you've made it from Canada to Tbilisi. And then you're going to come from Georgia over. Wow. I guess weather-wise, it depends on where you are in Canada. That kind of seasonal weather will be quite similar. So it should sort of help a lot. Can be used as a hot drink. No, I've never had Coca-Cola as a hot drink. I don't really like it at room temperature, but it's a very popular way to drink it in Russia. Am I missing Australia? No, I miss my parents, my family. I miss Sunday roasts. I miss Red Rooster, if you know Australian places and things. I miss Tim Tams. That's it. About your way of speaking as well, the accent and the voice as well. Wow, thank you, JS. Thank you so much for liking what I do. How long have you been living in Russia? Originally, I came 9 years ago, probably 10 years ago now. I always say 9 all the time, and I should add another year every time. Hot Coca-Cola, exactly. Are you happy with the salary from Okay, that's not even relevant. I absolutely love to be in Australia. Yeah, and it's where your home is, right? So we should see the view from your window. I can't really turn around to show it because I've got a gimbal camera on my screen here. That's my fancy gimbal camera. How do you face Russian winters? You just dress appropriately, plan ahead where you're going, wear the right clothes, be careful of ice. Make sure you've got good shoes for ice. That's probably the main thing. Did you see the video where kangaroos tried to put a dog under the water? No, I didn't see that. I've seen the ones where people punch kangaroos. That's not nice. I don't like that, but it does happen. Must you use a VPN in Russia to use? No, don't. There is basically no ads on YouTube for Russian viewers because there's no ads shown to Russian audience. You don't need a VPN for any of the things you're mentioning. Just a few of the other apps on your phone you do where they're not working without a VPN. But hello from Germany. Hello. Oh, TC is moving to Moscow as well. Wow. Technopark, which is not far from Prelivka. Welcome to Sokovo Technopark. I don't know that, but if it's not far from me. Lots of people tell me there's so many things in this Prelivka area, and I just don't know them or see them. Only for some of the apps they are. Yes. Also, if you might use LinkedIn, Twitter. Quite a lot of websites are randomly blocked, so it's just you just jump over, and I normally open 2 different browsers, one with a VPN, one with one off. So you can buy kangaroo meat in Australia, yes. I doubt it's probably not in Russia, no. You can definitely buy it in supermarkets. Well, I'm in Krakow, Poland. Normally I'm in Scotland. Always love to hear from you, not as often on the internet while in Poland. Happy birthday. From Poland, maybe. My birthday is November 3, maybe. Yours? Yes. Russian or European? What food do you miss in Russia? Tim Tams, I talked about. It's just chocolate biscuits. Actually, we had roast chicken yesterday, so I really don't need Red Rooster. We had roast chicken last night. And I've got some left. Actually, the container's out. Oh, it's behind the water bottle. I just brought it out the fridge before the live stream to make some chicken sandwiches. Chicken and mayo sandwiches. Bedfordshire, England. Hello, Brian. Morning from the Caribbean. I wonder what island. You got to say Caribbean, not Caribbean. If you've been there, you call it the Caribbean. Are the utility costs high? Is water safe? Yes, all these things. Most people drink bottled water. It depends. We've actually got a water filter in this place where we're living here. But yeah, utility costs are not high. No. We've actually got central heating for the building. That's why it's 28.1 degrees. The balcony is 0.9 now, even though that's minus 10 outside the window. Inside the balcony, basically between this door and then the window of the balcony, it's 1 degree. But if I open the door, it's minus 10. You call it Moscow fridge. So if you want to put things to chill outside rather than your fridge, you just put it on the balcony. Do you like Vegemite? I traveled to Brisbane in 2010 and bought Vegemite. Yeah, you can buy Vegemite in Ozone, right? I don't love it. I like it and enjoy it and eat it occasionally. My wife doesn't like it. 6 p.m. exactly now. That's how far I'm behind. English in Russia. How hard is it to become a language? It does help if you've got the TEFL certificate as a teacher. I think it's TEFL. I call it TEFL. Otherwise, some people do online teaching and then maybe use worksheets, things like that. Hello from Minnesota. Hello. Have you seen today's SpaceX? I didn't see the launch. No, I saw it come up as a live stream option on YouTube earlier. I really didn't watch YouTube today, even all day, because I'm trying like mad to get the motorbike video finished, which is on the channel ready to watch right after this, and the supermarket video from yesterday. The car park video will come out later, and that's not really important on the channel just yet. Do you get viewers from South America? Not many, but I do put Portuguese subtitles. I basically, you can choose to add subtitles, and I do for Portuguese, which would be Brazil. Government. There's a federal government. And then there's a state government. So there's local government, state government, and then federal government. So there definitely is. We'll move to Nisky Novograd and hope to farm there. Wow. You're going to do farming. My gosh. Hopefully you got some good contacts, or maybe got some Russian relatives who can help you along with all of that, because it would be very hard initially. I know the Australian family in Novosibirsk, they're having they're working on it themselves. It's taken a few years to get to the point where they are now even. So, hello. We are vlogging our move and essentially set up a new farm. Wow. Sorry, double wows. I'll have to check out your channel. Maybe I can see what I can explain to you if your channel is not. A lot of people always want to know nice things about their channel. Come on. Come on. Country Acres. 10,000 subscribers. Amazing. Wow, really amazing. Good job. If that's you guys, we're on the move. A big family too. Let's set the big family. One tip I'll give you with your channel, try to keep your words on your thumbnail to 1, 2, or 3 words. And that's it. 1, 2, or 3 words. And try to use the same font in all of them, so it creates a similar, consistent look. That's what I could recommend as well. And don't repeat your words on your thumbnail in your title. And use your community tab. You did the last one 4 days ago, 3 months ago, 1 year ago. Do something every 3 days, and schedule it if you have to. And do polls. Polls help a lot. There you go. That's my very instant YouTube channel review for you. Super sticker. Thank you, Moy, for Canadian. And The cake. Oh, I'd like cake now. My wife sometimes brings me home cheesecake from Coesville, which is a shop up the road from us. Thank you so much, Moy. And the cake. I like the cake. I can't show the window view because it's very difficult to do that. Because I can't move this camera to do that because it's on a gimbal on a lock on this above the screen. Yes, definitely will find opportunity. Absolutely will. Yeah, it's a matter of just being having people around you that can point you in the right direction. But I think, the Australian family that are doing this, they were farmers in Australia, and they're just making the go of it in Australia, in Russia as well. Does mentality differ? I wouldn't say so. No, most have good family values, or all do, and want to live a normal, happy life. Things like that. So yes. Your channel, you want on our channel to give our perspective. If you're in Moscow, absolutely. Actually, I met the Australian family in Moscow. We didn't film anything. We just met up and walked around. And actually, funny enough, they bumped into subscribers when we were in close by Red Square. Yeah, I've done one other collaboration where I was on another person's channel who was very small. And she just sat me down and she asked me questions. She had a whole list prepared. It was really cool. Would you ever show a bit, whenever you go to any Russian restaurant? I can try to. After doing the burger restaurant video a week ago, I can see that people want to see food vlogging videos. Ontario, Canada. James. Sergio knows a little bit about Russia. He lives down the street from me. Where are you originally from? I'm from Perth, Australia. Tyrone. If maybe you know the Chicago Bulls, when they won the championships with Michael Jordan, Pippen, the starting center was Luke Longley, who was also from Perth, Australia. I was in high school with his brother. Well, his brother was 2 years ahead of me, and that was in my sister's year at high school. Luke Longley was a few years older than that, and he did schooling and everything in America. He now retired back to Perth, but he was the starting center for the Bulls when Jordan won all the championships, if you remember. The Russians follow Formula One. I think so. Somebody keeps telling me when they're watching, when it's on, the last few live streams. I think because of Sochi, well, now it's not on Sochi anymore, but I think because of that, there's a big following for car racing generally. St. Vincent, it's a lesser known island in Archipelago. I haven't been to St. Vincent on a cruise ship, but I've almost been to every other island. I think not many ships go to St. Vincent. That's probably why. Is New Zealand a part of Australia? No, absolutely not. It's like saying Canada is a part of America, or France is a part of England. I've been to Videnha a lot of times. Yes, I was there last week with my wife. That was my date night with her. I took her there to go see the Moscow Expo or Russia Expo. I didn't film it because it was just difficult with her being there as well. Because I like to, walk around myself, walk back, walk again, walk around, we'll film again. She just wants to go see things. So yeah, I went with her. And I'm gonna go again and film on my own without her. Nice to see you. Thank you, Moy. Thank you also for the super chat there. I like the products from Coesville too. Yes, I would say it's my wife's favorite shop, technically. And it's in the next, it's 2 apartment buildings over from where I am. We've got 7 supermarkets within 1 kilometer walk from our house. Can you name VPNs blocked? Yeah, I see this. I mean, literally, I'm getting a new VPN on my phone once a month. So I just find another one. They're providing us with immigration quota once we arrive. That's very nice. And to encourage people who want to proactively do farming or something in the region where you are. That's really cool. Yeah, that's a good thing, especially with the YouTube as well, where you've got that community and that sort of voice, if you like, and you can put that across in your videos. Yeah. I'm really sorry for not watching your videos without subscription. That's fine. As long as you're watching videos and thumbs ups and commenting or getting involved in polls, it's no worries. Do you have a cat? No, we want a cat so badly. We just have a few things at the moment that can't work out for us to have a cat. What is your favorite video game from all time? I really don't play video games, in all honesty. Mario Kart, way back when. Probably not really any good at anymore, Mario Kart. Do you ice skate? If not, are you planning to? No, I can't. I can, but I'd hold on to the side railings. I'll go film ice skating, like in Red Square and at Videnha, because they make really nice videos. But I probably couldn't just actively go ice skating. Like you see people in Moscow and you see them at the rinks, they're just skating around like it's nothing. Even older people, maybe my age group, just ice skating, not just necessarily younger people. Hi from Mexico City, 9 a.m. here. Wow. Hello, David. I've been to Cozumel. I've been to Progreso. I've been to Cancun. Where else have I been? Oh, I've been to Acapulco, Zihuatanejo, Puerto Vallarta. What's the inland place from Progreso that I went to? There's a place about an hour inland from Progreso on the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula there. I don't know the name, but I used to go there to get Krispy Kreme donuts, bring them back to the ship, and people are like, "What? You got Krispy Kreme? And you're in Mexico?" People, when they go on a cruise to Mexico from U.S. ports, they think that there's nothing in Mexico. You can't get McDonald's, you can't get Burger King, you can't get Starbucks, and think all these brands are not there, and they are. Actually, Merida. There was even a Costco in Merida as well. Actually, the shopping center in Merida that I go to, or was going to when I was working on the cruise ships, they had an ice skating rink in that shopping center, similar to all the ones in Moscow, where they got ice skating rinks. How about your favorite video game you've ever made? Well, excuse me. Well, oh, sorry about that. I really apologize profusely. Let me have a sip of my drink. Oh gosh. Yeah, I really don't play video games. I would much prefer to sit here with YouTube, with the computer, do social media things. I've been to a lot of places. I worked on cruise ships for nearly 20 years. So the cruise ships took me everywhere that I kind of wanted to go to. I'd love to have gone down to Antarctica. I would have loved to go down to the tip of South America. No, but I didn't get that far down. So from Rockford, Illinois. F1 is Rockford, Illinois. Hello. Expensive to view in the US. Used to go to Indianapolis. Got lots of T-shirts. Wow. Yeah, that would be a cool thing to go to Indy 500. Like how many 100,000 people there in the grandstands? I saw there like for the Formula One in Vegas. Like the stands are empty. The tickets prices are crazy. They had a lot of problems with the practicing yesterday. Cabo is great. Yes. We used to do the cruise from Long Beach down to Mexican Riviera. It was 8-day cruises. And we had the overnight in Acapulco once a week. Caribbean, actually, yeah, Caribbean. Yeah, I worked on the cruise ships for way too long to know the name of the islands. Barbados. Oh my gosh. I have a few friends who live in Barbados. Could definitely go back there. Bermuda. Okay, Caribbean is quite vast. I lived in Grand Turk in Turks and Caicos for just over a year. When they opened a cruise terminal there, I went and helped operate the shops on the island, or the duty-free shop in the cruise terminal there. So how to cope with the problem of communicate with natives, because I don't understand the question. I don't have any fears of anything you're saying there. Not from Moscow. Podolsk. I would have to know where Podolsk is to know if I've been to Podolsk. Is it in Moscow or Moscow region? Or is it somewhere completely otherwise? Podolsk, Russia. First mention of the... Wow. October 1781. Well, there's a crazy looking church there. Where is it on the map? Oh, it's in the south of Moscow. Maybe I've been there with friends on a visit in the car. It's not far from me, though. Directions to here. It's 51 kilometers from me, 49 minutes to Podolsk by car. So yeah, it's not that far. But maybe I've been there. I don't think so, though. But when I first arrived a lot of years ago, I don't remember anywhere where I was going. I have no comprehension of most places my wife took me to. Russian snack food. Kroska katochka. Basically a baked potato with a filling of some kind. I used to love baked potatoes as a kid. My dad, that was his easy go-to meal when mum wasn't cooking. Put some jacket potatoes in the oven, put a bit of topping on top, normally just with butter. Whereas the kroshka katochka, which is a Russian fast food that has baked potatoes, have just different scoops of a topping that you'd mash in with the potato. And jacket potatoes with a crispy skin too. They're even nicer. I look young because I shaved and had a haircut. If you look at some of my other videos, I look a little bit not as young. Oh, David, you're in IKEA in Italy. I just realized your name there. Yeah, thank you. I think my wife thinks I do too, and I think I do. When I came out the place yesterday, I went to another barber's shop yesterday, a different one, because we had a little bit of an issue with the local one that we're not going to go back to, and they weren't so customer service orientated. So I went to a new one yesterday. I'm very happy. Randy, Boston. I've been to Boston, yes. Black Falcon Cruise Port, yes. I've definitely docked there. We did the cruises to Bermuda from Boston. And I actually went to a Red Sox game. Crazy story. We had an overnight there on the ship I was on. And I got off as soon as we could dock. And it was in the evening when we docked. Most crew wouldn't go off by that point because it's where the ship docks, there's nothing really around there. So I knew there was a game on. I already knew the time, the schedule. I got to the stadium thinking, I can just buy a ticket. Sorry, it's been sold out for 20 years. It's got the longest sold out stadium rule in history of sport, apparently. And I'm like, okay, well, the person said, oh, well, you can just buy a ticket from a scalper. And I'm like, no, there's like signs on there, no scalping. And then obviously people offered me tickets, very high prices. So I thought I'll walk around the grandstand, around the footpath where the stadium is, and I'll try another ticket booth. And I got there, I'm like, look, I work on cruise ships. I'm from Australia. I put the whole sob story on. And he's like, oh, look, take this ticket. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He said, I've worked here like 30 years. I know everyone that's not turning up who are members. And I know who's not going to come to the game and who does because they're so well versed in everyone that turns up. He said, take this and enjoy yourself. And I was third row on the first base line, right by roughly where the first base is, on the third row. And I watched the game, got a taxi back to the ship, had an amazing day. No one else on the cruise ship did that, and I did it, and it was really cool. That was a lot of years ago. It wasn't recently, but yes. Very nice place. Very different guests, Boston guests from New York guests. Very, very different kind of person. No, very nice cough. Sorry, we'll see that you have a nice. We see the kitchen. This is where we don't own this place, by the way. We rent here. The video I made was about it when it was for rent and when we got the keys to move in. We moved from the same building from another place. This is a little bit bigger. It's got an extra room. Yeah, we would love to own this place and do a little bit of remodeling and change just a little bit of the furniture, but the guy doesn't want to sell it to us. So we're going to have to find somewhere else. We want to stay in this building if we can. You read it wrong. I asked, what was your favorite YouTube video you've ever made? Oh, sorry. Favorite YouTube video ever? Oh, gosh. Most of the time, it's videos that I don't really think will do very well, and they get a lot of views. Like when I just walked to my local Pitorichka supermarket, and it's had 1 million views. And that's just at the end of the street from me. And it's not a video that I overthought. I just got dressed, went over there. Favorite video? Oh, probably the walk around the supermarket with Ben from New Zealand, where I walked around Globus. We actually went out for the whole day together, and then he wanted to go see some normal things in Moscow, like the supermarket. We went to a fishing shop. He wanted to buy some fishing lures to take back to New Zealand. And that was really the intention of the day out that day, was to go to different shops and places to see that if it was possible to live here, and it's not too drastically different from New Zealand. I've made the video on my other channel before I started doing Russian content. And I made them like how to get to the beach videos. And I really enjoyed making those. Actually, I'd say the Moscow metro video where I went, this is actually a recent video where I went from Moscow city with the skyscrapers, and then I caught the train or the metro to Vnukovo airport. And I kind of made a whole story of the video of going from there to there, not just walking around the metro station. And that came out really well. And it's very popular on YouTube. Because I kind of set out to make that video and where to start, where to end, roughly what to say. Do you have any pets? No. We want a cat. And we've actually looked after a neighbor's cat a few times. And we just want to borrow one in case we know we want one now. Yeah, I've been to St. Petersburg. I've been twice. Mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. But just for very quick visits. Show us your kitchen. My wife would be scared of me showing the kitchen. It's always just got something on the table. There's always a table in every Russian kitchen. Or a sofa. Yeah, if you watch the video, just go to the playlist of Russian apartment tours. And then the video that's got the apartment building that says for rent. We're getting Moscow metro accommodation options and things to do in Moscow tourists. I've done, not really navigating the Moscow metro, but I've done a video of the Big Circle line where it shows me going to 9 different stations that were newly opened on the longest metro line in the world. The tourist stuff I've not really done, although that was my initial idea of the channel way back when I started, to do evergreen videos that would be searchable, years later. So yeah, it's probably a little bit more difficult to do now because of the nature of people wanting to see videos. If I do like how to catch a bus video or how to catch a metro, they would get views for the next 20 years, but they won't get views in the next 2 weeks. I did one about how to find Lenin's mausoleum in Red Square. Obviously, it's quite obviously right there if you walk in Red Square, but where is the entrance and when is it open and how to walk in the entrance was one of the first videos I did on the channel. Oh my gosh. Planning on visit the Russian Expo? Yes, I've been already once, James. Last week with my wife. I took her there as a date. And she didn't really like it as much as I thought she would. She thought there was more food there. And she thought it was like there was going to be food tasting from the different regions. And there wasn't. And I told her there wasn't. But she didn't really comprehend. I heard it's getting cold in Russia. Yes. What's the temperature outside? Let's just go to Zen weather. It is -6 Celsius outside. Feels like -9. And on my balcony with the window closed, it's 0. And it's 28 in the kitchen here. So yeah, tomorrow -7, -9. Meant to get down to minus 11 tonight. There you go. Sunrise is at 8:10 in the morning. Sunset at 4:22 p.m. 8 hours and 12 minutes of daylight today. Let me close these because I don't like too many tabs open. Are you going to show your kitchen? Oh, okay. Elbow cough. Yes. Do you like shawarma? Yes. I was going to have shawarma last night for dinner, but I ended up having roast chicken. I don't like them all the time. I like them occasionally. They taste better if you have them just once every few weeks. Thank you. Thank you, DC. It's when you worked at Chiswick. Yes. Well, that was cool, David. That was actually interesting. I would happily have worked there without filming. I would love to get some sort of a job that I just go to and do supermarket stuff because that's my thing. Yes, that was cool. Actually, then I made the video last week at a different Chiswick. Just turned up there and filmed. And yeah, there's one where we live. The day I went to the one where we live, it was pouring with rain and not very nice. Yes, tourists can walk in and open a bank account in order to get Russia Mir debit card for shopping purposes. Yeah, you can go to SberBank, which is the more known bank account, bank, the more known bank in Russia. You can walk in as a tourist and get a card, and they usually give it to you the same day or the next day. Tinkoff is it's a virtual bank. You can call them and they bring the card to you. But yes, you can. Russian museums would be nice. A lot of them you can't film. Some you can and some you can't. I really would like to have gone to the military museum called Patriot Park, which I can see from my window because it's in the region where I live. But a lot of people have suggested me not put it on the channel as a video because of the nature of the museum. It's like, I've not been, no. I've never been in an Ural. I know about Ural bikes. I've seen a lot of them. You don't see many on the road because of the weather and especially Moscow because of the highways. Mostly they'll be in regional areas. Being a cashier, yeah. I got no training. I just got told to sit down. And actually the plan was to do a practice scan where the employees brought stuff in a basket for me to practice scan, and then they just basically put it in training mode. But there was a customer who was in line at the time that someone took my camera to film me. So I ended up just helping customers instead of practicing to just do it like I'm just filming. And I ended up sitting there helping customers. I mean, I could literally, with 5 minutes of training, work in a supermarket, run a supermarket. So much of what I did in Chiswick is things that I did in Australia, like with the scanner and code checking and things like that. And, it's making ticketing for the signage on the shelves. That's everything that I know backwards. So thank you, Chihi. Have I been to Siberia? No, I haven't. It's absolutely possible. Yes, you can fly there. You can get a train there. It's easy to fly. Just get on a plane and fly there from Moscow. Basically, it's domestic flights internally in Russia, right? So it would be easy to go there. Salerno, the best one near DK Michata. Sergio, do you have a car? If you do, let's go for a drive and go for a shawarma in Salerno. It's not far down the road from us, right? It'd be just awkward to go there by public bus from here. Not now, but during the day. Sergio, if you have a car, we can go and get a shawarma together. Have you been to the original McDonald's in December 2021? Yes. I was actually there the day that it opened as Kuznary Tochka. I've never made a video at McDonald's when it was Russian McDonald's, though. I made it as Kuznary Tochka. I've done 5 videos on the channel. And you'll see if you look at the thumbnails of the channel generally, it's got that green background. It's quite distinct. 4 or 5 videos now on there. Other than your spouse or private life, what I love about Russia, I love that people are respectful. I like when we were in the car 2 days ago, and we were driving on the Makad, which is a very crazy highway in Moscow. How cars let other cars in, and if you cut in, people don't mind. I mean, there is people get upset, of course, but there's a lot of tolerance and patience for people. Like if you literally drove all the way and then wanted to cut in front of everybody, the person that lets you in lets you in. In other countries, people would just be fuming at that, popping horns, not letting you pass. I just like that people are very tolerant and very forgiving for things like that. I like how people just get on with life. You know, it's not dominated by what the news is, what's in the newspaper, what's the gossip, what's the sports score. Yeah, I'm surprised how many people don't follow sport. In Australia, it's a big thing that you'd know teams that are playing or events or things. And here you could ask somebody about something and they'd have no idea. Zero. And how people just live their life, they stay in their lane, they do their thing. And, you know, people are happy doing that sort of thing. Whereas, you know, in other countries, it's people are, you know, the news of the day is what's important, not, you know, and maybe somewhere else in the world where that news is, not just where they live. You know, and I've said this even going back a lot of years on live streams. You know, when we lived in the other place, I had the window next to the balcony and my computer next to the window. And I'd say, you know, is whatever happened in the world happening out this window? It's not. Then, and if I don't switch the TV on. My wife watches things. I literally get my news from social media or from watching YouTube. Or not really news, but that's it. And that's the bubble I'm in. And other people are in their bubble. And that's how it works. I don't know if that's a good answer or not, but you know, people are very welcoming of me. You mean, I know a lot of people that know me and recognize me from this town because obviously there isn't many English speaking people in this town at all. And it's just nice that people are friendly. You know, it just takes a little while to warm up to someone when you meet them because, you know, not everybody knows everybody. It's a big city. So, great railroad system in Russia. Yes, absolutely is. Very, very extensive. Is much cash used in daily transactions? No, I literally very, very, very rarely spend cash. I can do my tap and go card for like an ATM card for payment, or I can transfer from my phone to another person, or if anybody wants to send me money, if you're in Russia, there's a link in the description for SberBank. Lots of people have done that in the past as a way to donate to me as the channel. So yeah, it's the same as doing a super chat or something, right? But yeah, if you go to a shop and they don't have, like particularly like a local shop that doesn't have an ATM machine or a tap and go payment, they'll have a phone number, and you open your phone app, for a bank app, and then transfer the money phone number to phone number. You can fly in from everywhere. You can fly Qatar Airways through Doha. You can fly Emirates through Dubai. You can go through China. You can go through Europe, Turkish Airlines. I'm pointing which direction they are. How silly. You can go through Serbia. Turkish Airlines is pretty much Istanbul through anywhere in Europe. Through the Middle East, all the Middle East airlines are flying here. Through China, you can connect. It's like China Eastern, China Southern, China Northern Airlines or something. Yeah, it's absolutely, the airports are open and they have plenty of flights. We could go there for a test. Yes. Well, maybe not a video. We definitely go for a shawarma. Let me know. It's also very helpful. Yes. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Yes. Andre, hopefully you've said something I can catch up now and type. Where is this one? Nice man, kind and cheerful. It's bad that he is bald, but it's trendy. Thank you. Maybe I shouldn't have translated that. I cut my hair yesterday, and he cut it a little bit too short. but it looks a lot better than the way it is when it kind of clumps around. So yes, if I could keep this look more often. Sorry that I'm bald, Andre. Yeah, not many. Well, yes. 2 hours. Yes. Oh, thank you. 2 hours is the end of the live stream. We've got 108 people watching. Have you been to Turkey? I haven't, no. Not been to Turkey. Can you tell us so nice things? Tell us not so nice things that go on behind the scenes of cruise ships. I guess that's the one thing you don't really talk about because it spoils the aesthetic of the cruise line. Cruise line don't like you to tell things. You know, the thing is, it's like a hotel or a restaurant. It's everything in one, right? It's like a small village. So imagine living in a hotel or living in a restaurant or living in a resort and not going home, you know? So everything works on cruise ships and everyone does their job. That's their position on the ship that makes a ship work. And, you know, everybody, 50 countries of employees work on board. Kaksavut? No? How's Russell doing? I'm doing well. Thank you. Kaksavut. Yeah, so I mean I don't want to give away the romance of cruise ships. You know, I was doing my job. I was working in the shops doing duty free. So by the way, David, if you're still watching, this is an IKEA glass from IKEA. And you said you were there watching from IKEA. Yeah, I don't want to. It's not that it's not secrets about how cruise ships are run and operated. There is obviously that crew-only door. That's you want to know what's behind, but that's the romance of it. It's like Disneyland, where they don't share secrets. But cruise ships don't really have that rule. But have a great positive weekend. Thank you, Maleni. If you're leaving, let me know, everybody. Should I end the live stream? Should we make the next part of it pay to play? I don't know if that's really a thing. What is the name of the main bank in Moscow, or most popular bank? SberBank. SBER. SberBank. 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 I think that's how I say it. Send me money. Links in the description. Scott. Oh, you are listening. Oh, thank you, David. Actually, I point out in the supermarket video yesterday, I always mention you in every video because I see something Italian everywhere I go. And obviously at the motorbike dealership, there was Italian motorbikes there. That Moto Marino I mentioned in the Telegram chat. And then yesterday at the supermarket, I saw a Moretti beer and another beer that was Italian. So yeah, I think I mentioned you. Oh, and there's an aisle of Italian wine. And there was, I mentioned the Italian wine in the wine aisle. More about transferring money to Russia from abroad during sanctions. That's tough. That's something I'd really prefer to do, like not in a live stream or talk about, because maybe the means that I'm doing is not the means that is the correct means. So maybe if you find me on Telegram, I can explain. The thing is, I'm from Australia, and I'm doing it from Australia to Russia. From Canada to Russia, it might be slightly different, but it'd be exactly the same way, but different. Thank you, Scott. Top 3: SberBank, Gazprom, and Alpha Bank. Yes, Gazprom Bank and Alpha Bank. And Tinkoff is kind of the modern, online bank. I always see a line at the Tinkoff machines everywhere. But I guess, these Alpha Bank, Gazprom, the SberBank are the bigger, bricks and mortar banks. Morini, yes. That's the motorbike that I saw. I just sort of randomly, there was thousands of bikes there, but I saw that. Keep going live until a different Russia. I don't know when they're going live. I don't know when I first came to Russia. I guess 2004. I don't remember the exact time. I was working on the cruise ships at the time, so I was flying back between Moscow and then back to the ship, back to Australia, back to Russia. VTB. Yes, then my wife's got VTB. I should have mentioned that. That's my wife's card. I don't really deal with her. She just gives me a card and puts money on it for me. It's really weird because I can't use my Australian accounts or anything. My wife deals with everything money-wise, and she just gives me a little bit of money on my card that I can pay for the bus or the train or go for lunch, and that's it. I'm no way got enough money to buy something if I had to. Yeah, literally, I just have enough to go out to the supermarket and back. I'm actually kind of happy that way because, I'm not a person that, although I go to shopping centers a lot in videos, I'm not a person that would just go shopping at the shopping center for the sake of shopping. I mean, if we owned our apartment and lived in this apartment, I would be more willing to go and buy things for it and, sort it out and stuff like that. But yeah, I live a much simpler life than maybe it's made out in the videos. Woman's rule, yes. MCL, absolutely. Yes. All right, what do you think, everybody? Please let me know. I wish to know if donation alerts is working. I want to know why no one's using it. Have I been to Belarus? I've been to the border of Belarus. My neighbor had to go to Belarus to pick up some credit cards from the bank there. So we drove there from Aprelivka, which is about 6 hours. We couldn't cross with my Australian passport the land border by car. So I got out the car, stood at the border. He drove then to the bank and back, which is about 2 hours. And then came back and picked me up. We drove 6 hours home. And I walked I did actually walk into Belarus. Man, I wasn't doing Telegram there and photographing it. And I went to a truck stop and had lunch at a Belarus truck stop. And my Australian card worked. 50 meters across the virtual border. There's not really a fence and a border there. It's just a road crossing. You can move money to Russia via an Australian bank. It's very difficult because almost all banks don't talk to each other at the moment because of SWIFT. And that's a challenge. Tcash, thank you. Great show. You look to own property in Russia. My wife basically owns an apartment that is basically mine by default because we're married, but it's really all hers. Everything is my wife's. Isn't that the rule? What's hers is hers and what's mine is hers. I think that's the right rule. I've recently experienced the problematic exchange of US to rubles. I mean, more banks do not accept any bills that are not basically perfect. Yes, I've heard about this. And that's a challenge that I don't really want to get involved with. If I was to bring currency, I can't bring Australian currency here because nowhere takes Australian currency. No one's even seen it before, let alone wants to exchange it. Congratulations, Brazil. What's going on in Brazil? What's the easiest way to transfer money from Europe to a Russian bank account? Mere Visa. Well, Visa doesn't work. You can't use a foreign card in Russia. Likewise, outside. Visa, MasterCard all stopped working because SWIFT stopped working. So it's a little challenging. I don't play video games. I'm sorry. Although I sit at this computer for hours on end, I do other things. Russia Bank. All banks, all Russian banks are working in Russia. Raiffeisen Bank. I understand some YouTubers use it, but they charge very high fees to get the currency out of the bank, though. But with limitations, yes. He said Austrian. Oh, not Australian. Okay. Hopefully BRICS will fix their own currency. Oh, possibly. He with the most golden rules. Oh, your wife. Nice. He with the most golden rules. Exactly. Blogging trucker. Hello. I'm at the 2-hour mark of my live stream. Do you have a dacha? No, we don't. If anyone wants to, now it's not really dacha season. Maybe this is the last even this weekend would be not nice to go to a dacha if you don't have heating. We have visited our friend's dacha many, many, many times. I really would like to buy some land right across from their dacha, but my wife thinks I'm completely foolish to do that because she doesn't realize, I don't realize how much hard work it would be to get it to a livable condition, because there was a kind of really rundown place there that would need almost demolishing, putting another little house on there, or a kind of wooden house. It's about it's more than that. 3 hours or 4 hours by train from Moscow. It's almost like the SberBank. SberBank, what? SberBank. Is it the city with an I at the end, or is that a Russian one with city with a Y? Or SberBank. Yeah, I really never looked into all of this because we figured out a way around it, and we're just happy with that situation, and I don't want to complicate it. Christmas lights and decorations in the mall video. Yes, I did talk about it in the part of the Globus video coming up, supermarket video, where I am going to do a separate video going to see the decorations in the supermarkets. Yes. I'm going to probably go to 2 different hypermarkets that have got a fairly big Christmas decorations for sale. Christmas lights will be really in the city, but that's not really till December, January, where they've got all the Christmas lights and the holiday lights up in the city in Moscow. SberBank. Love the supermarket. Thank you, Amy. Talk to you next time. Thank you, James. Thanks for the info in the chat. Thank you, everybody. I think everybody wants me to wind down. What? So what do you think, guys? I should head on out? Also looking forward to Christmas lights and festivals. Yes, that's a little while away. About another, probably a month before that kind of thing kicks in. Really has to snow and get cold and wintry outside. It's still, okay, although today is cold, it's still completely dry and no snow outside. So what time is it there? It is 6:45 p.m. Food processing. I've got one video where 2 videos. The 2 that I went to St. Petersburg to film. I went to a bread factory and I went to a fish factory where they were packaging fish products. We used to it. Thank you, Russell. Oh, Maleni, thank you. I don't know what we're thanking. Yeah, I think we're good. Guys, what I will do is I'll end the video here. I think that's the best and easiest way. Thank you to everybody who did super chats. That was super nice of you. Did I miss? No, I didn't. No, I just didn't look at them. No, because I saw them on the other thing. Also, Aussie Gardener for becoming a channel member. Thank you. I really wish donation alerts would work so I could know that it's working, but yeah. Hello. From January 2024, Russian, Belarus. Well, I basically have an Australian passport, not a Russian passport. So I can fly into Belarus and it's visa-free entry, but you can't drive across a land border as an Australian with an Australian passport. So, Malini, I just do this exactly the same. The problem with it is there's obviously only a few members, but we just do a more one-on-one chat where the only comments would be from you guys as channel members. But generally, most people are happy with this wider chat where there's more people commenting more things and more people can interact. That's all. I just wanted to give back to the channel members and do something separately, but most aren't so bothered. A lot of people just follow as a channel member as a way to support the channel and not necessarily take back the benefits of what I can offer as a channel membership. Yeah, if that makes sense. So the thing with that is obviously it'd be a small amount of people, and maybe of that number of people, less people would watch, and I'm doing a live stream to maybe 5 people, which is completely fine, and I'd be completely happy with it. But maybe it isn't for everybody. So Bashkortostan, hello. My wife is from Davlakanova, which is Ufa region. Thank you, MCL in Switzerland. What's it in Russian? Sweets. My wife says it really strangely. She's got like this like Swiss Russian accent when she says it. Had to rush to fill up their car before the border was closed. The gasoline was 55 cents later. What does it cost in Moscow? It's pretty much about that, about 50. Well, it's a little bit less than 100 rubles to $1 now. Yeah, it's about 50. I should be able to look out the window. I can see a petrol station. It's about 50, 55 rubles, 50 rubles a liter. Yeah, that's about right. Exactly what you quoted there, Mr. Jammer. Yeah, right. I live in Kokshino, near you. Kokshino. Oh, yeah, right. So that's on the train line, on the Aprelivka train line. And Tostopalsova. Now, I've been on the D4 train a lot recently because I'm finding it generally easier to go to some regions of Moscow in the center by taking the train, although it's a little bit slower than getting the bus and then the metro. But yeah, Tostopalsova, my favorite station. If anybody can translate Tostopalsova into English, it's a kind of funny translation. Czech Russian branch of famous well-known bank. One can find transfer. Yeah, you just have to go to every bank in Moscow until you find one that can let you transfer money. There are banks. Yeah, the problem is it's the banks in Australia who don't want to send the money, not necessarily the banks that want to receive the money. Could we at once come into contact offline? Possibly, if you catch the D4, you might see me because I'm catching it a lot more than I ever did because it's running far more often. It's about every 10 or 15 minutes. I can literally get it from Aprelivka to the station near Moscow City, and then walk through Moscow City. Imagine you can get a train from Aprelivka to Moscow City, or you can get off at Minskaya and change to the metro and get off at Delovoit Center. In Russian for Switzerland, Schwarzieria. Yes, it's when my wife says it, it just sounds funny. Sorry. Okay, everybody, I'm out of here. We've got 101 people watching. It's not quite the maximum that watched today. 132 people was the maximum. This is normally about 100. It's normally our number for live streaming. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the live stream, watching videos recently. Maybe you want to watch an old video right after this. I will put the motorbike dealership video on the channel in the next 15 minutes. So you might see it as a, if you scroll through your YouTube or update your homepage. Definitely not by receipt. Right, exactly, MCL. Yes, receiving banks, sending banks. Go to Yandex Map, search for gasoline price, and you can find current prices. Yes, absolutely can. I could do that, but I don't have a car, so I don't really need to do that. Thanks for being yourself. Thank you, JS. Thank you, Mr. Jamo. MCL. And I'm not sure what that name is in Russian with the clapping. Oh, Marina. Thank you, Marina. It was a wonderful video chat. Thank you, MCL. By my fellow subscribers. Peter, yes. Thanks for everyone who watches, who doesn't necessarily comment. It's perfectly fine. 302 likes. That's crazy. From 100 people watching. How's that possible? I will be on Telegram all the time. I'm always on Telegram. If it's not on my computer, it's on my phone. I post lots more things when I'm out and about because it's easy just to take a photo, put it up there, or a comment or something that I've seen that might be interesting. I'm just beginning my day here in the morning. Yes, Janice. Yeah, I'm going to tidy up the kitchen and make some chicken and mayonnaise sandwiches for dinner. Well, for a snack. Maybe my wife's been working all day. She's going to come home. I know she had lunch at work today. The girls in the salon ordered lunch together. Didn't invite me even. So, very down-to-earth live stream. Yes, thanks. And your West Indian cricket team, if you can just get some things together. And then hopefully tomorrow, Australia skittle India in the World Cup final. Not sure how much of a cricket fan you are in the Caribbean, but thanks for chatting, Russell. Yes, Chihi Mint, thank you. Yeah, if you've got Telegram as an app on your phone or you are part of Telegram anyway, Traveling with Russell channel. How many people are in there? Oh, I've got to open now. I've got a desktop app for Telegram now. There are 1,716 people in the channel. And in the chat, there is 554 members. And there's 107 currently online that are from the chat. If anyone wants to join over there and just chat. Lots of people chat with each other, not necessarily me. And there's lots of friendly people who just post a photo, post where they are like I'm doing. And it's kind of nice. You speak to Russian sometimes. Do you want to make a small interview with Russia on the street, of course, in English? And you can answer some questions. I think this might be the channel that maybe isn't the channel I want to be on that channel. That makes sense. I'm not sure of that channel name, Russian on the Street, but there's a certain couple of channels that aren't so receptive. I don't know how to say that without saying anything, so I won't say anything. Russian can receive things from EU persons, but the state postal service has been disrupted, so you'll have to pay more for shipping. Yes. It's like saying, you can use DHL. DHL left Russia. DHL is still driving around trucks in Russia. So, Logan, hello. We're out of here. Okay, look out for the new video today, right after this. Well, let's call it 20 minutes or so. Maybe you can watch it later. It's about motorbikes. I don't really want to surprise it but you're here watching me live, so you get the first dibs of that. Thank you for the hearts. I can see them popping up on the chat little part over there. Hearts and fireworks. Thank you so much. 312 likes. Thanks, everybody. I'm out of here. I'll see you again. Should we do a live stream tomorrow? No, I've got to go out tomorrow. I've got to go to this dog show. Kennel Club dog show. It's in Crocker City Expo Center. Crocker City Expo. That's what it's called. And there's a Vegas shopping center there. Massive, massive place out there. And I want no more to drink, so no more coughing. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in another video. Have a nice day. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Bye.